Good Thursday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to today's top news stories, let's take a peek outside our weather window. And a lot like yesterday, wasn't it? Not any rain shower activity per se around north central Washington today, but as you can see from our Sky-Fi Tower camera at Omi Gardens looking down at the Wenatchee Valley, lots of clouds out there. We did see a couple of peaks at the sun this afternoon, but those darker clouds have been rolling in all afternoon. And look at that beautiful shot looking down at the Wenatchee Valley. But we do expect more rain showers, and that will happen tonight. In fact, we could see some very heavy rainfall totals. 4 to 9 inches of precipitation is possible to our west. We're talking Cascade Crest and just west of the crest. So if you're traveling to western Washington, you are going to run into some very heavy rainfall as we move through the rest of this week and into the weekend. Precipitation, as you can see in the green areas, and that includes us in the Wenatchee area and most of central and eastern Washington, will be on the much lighter side as far as rain goes. In fact, we will be lucky to see even maybe an inch total of rain as we get into early next week. But I'll tell you what, folks, this is a large weather system, and we'll talk much more about it coming up a little bit later on. And now a few of the stories we're following for you tonight. A DUI stop in Quincy led the Washington Supreme Court to throw out the state's law on impounding the vehicles of intoxicated drivers. Rodents, the cause of a vehicle fire earlier this month in the Wenatchee area. And the 100-acre Horan Natural Area along the Wenatchee River needs your input on how the natural area is used by the public. But first, we begin tonight, and afraid a man who pleaded guilty to a count of child molestation was sentenced Tuesday to almost 6.5 years in prison. 30-year-old Artemio Ricardo Garcia pleaded guilty to sexually assaulting a 7-year-old child in Wenatchee in 2017. He was also accused of attempting to tamper with witnesses in his case, but Chelan County prosecutors dropped that charge in exchange for his plea. Garcia was already a registered sex offender based on a conviction for attempted child molestation back in 2004. A DUI stop in Quincy led the Washington Supreme Court to throw out the state's law on impounding the vehicles of intoxicated drivers. NCWLIFE's Jefferson Robbins explains.
In January 2018, a Quincy police sergeant arrested Joel Villela after a traffic stop, saying he smelled alcohol on the driver's breath. Then, as Washington law requires, he impounded Villella's Jeep, where he happened to find sandwich bags, pipes, digital scales, and $340 in cash. Villela himself was allegedly carrying cocaine on his person, and Grant County prosecutors charged him with DUI and drug possession with intent to distribute. Villela challenged the seizure of his Jeep, saying the impoundment law is unconstitutional, a violation of lawful seizure requirements. Grant County Judge David Estudillo agreed and suppressed the evidence found in the vehicle. On Wednesday, the state Supreme Court upheld his decision and unanimously struck down the law, which has only been on the books since 2011. Writing for his fellow justices, Stephen Gonzalez said, while the legislature can give more protection to constitutional rights through legislation, it cannot use legislation to take that protection away. Jefferson Robbins, NCWLIFE.
Well, here's another reason to dislike rodents if you needed another reason. Earlier this month, Wenatchee firefighters responded to a vehicle fire in the 3500 block of Squilchuck Road that they say was caused when rodents chewed wires and built nests in the car's engine. They were able to put out the fire and there were no injuries. Officials say such fires happen occasionally, usually in older model cars. In this case, the car hadn't been driven since last winter. The 100-acre Horan Natural Area along the Wenatchee River needs your input. The Chelan County PUD and Washington State Parks, which oversee the undeveloped land at the Columbia River confluence, are hosting two open houses. They are coming up on November 8th. That's seeking comment on how the natural area is used by the public. Those meetings are at 11 o'clock a.m., 4:30 p.m., and they're both at Confluence Technology Center. You can also give your thoughts in an online survey at chelanpud.org. Coming up next here on the NCWLIFE Evening News, Trout Unlimited and the Wenatchee River Institute are bringing together a unique opportunity to both learn about and experience the Wenatchee Valley Beaver Project. Wenatchee's first Chipotle Mexican Grill will open November 30th, according to a company spokeswoman, and we'll let you know about some of the events for you to enjoy around the valley this weekend. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Myth Pizza, we believe in real food, freshly prepared with only premium ingredients. Our cheeses are imported from Italy. Our sauces, dressings, and even our sausages are made in-house fresh daily. Featuring Northwest craft beers and 30 Chelan Valley wines and ciders. Family fun and amazing food. Eat local, drink local, and be local at Local Myth Pizza.
Come see why Sunset Magazine says you can't beat Local Myth Pizza.
Some jobs are a calling. They take passion and a devotion to the community. They're here for your kids, guiding the next generation of leaders. At Gisa Credit Union, we help you support local teachers. Every purchase you make with a Gisa Local Heroes Affinity debit card, we make a donation to select teacher organizations. After all, we can never repay them, but we can do our best to help a little with the Gisa Teachers Affinity debit card.
Are the rumors true, Corey?
Yes, they are, and you're going to love what we're doing at Sangster Buick GMC. Hi, Corey Sangster with a special offer. $49 down delivers. At Sangster Buick GMC, just $49 down and you're driving the vehicle of your dreams. Save thousands with below-market financing during our year-end closeout. Yes, the rumors are true. Just $49 down delivers. Choose your vehicle and compare equipment, price, and warranty at Sangster Buick GMC or online at sangstermotors.com. Where caring about your family brings you back to ours.
Welcome back. And in other news, coming up next week, Trout Unlimited and the Wenatchee River Institute are bringing together a unique opportunity to both learn about and experience the Wenatchee Valley Beaver Project. The project's efforts involve not only the relocation of nuisance beavers, but also focus on helping landowners manage land to be more compatible with beavers. The field trip starts at 9 a.m. Friday, November 1st at 347 Division Street in Leavenworth. The day will begin with a 40-minute presentation about beavers, the project's beaver-inspired work, and a demonstration of how live beaver traps are structured. Participants will then tour beaver habitat and several relocation sites in the Leavenworth area, viewing firsthand the project's activities from its first 2 years. There will also be an opportunity to set up a mock beaver trap and see where trapped beavers are held and cared for prior to relocation. Well, Wenatchee's first Chipotle Mexican restaurant will open November 30th. That, according to company spokeswoman Regina Wu. She said the first 50 customers in line at the opening will receive swag. The restaurant will be at 1121 North Mission Street, the site of the former Cafe Rio. Chipotle has about 2,500 restaurants worldwide, with Wenatchee's becoming the 40th in Washington state. It will be the third Chipotle's east of the Cascades. Wu said the Wenatchee restaurant will have about 25 employees. Time now to find out what's happening around the valley for you to enjoy this weekend. Here's NCWLIFE's Megan McPherson.
Here's a look at what's on tap this weekend around the Wenatchee Valley. Join the Wenatchee Valley Museum and Cultural Center for scary and thrilling creatures and special effects at their Haunted Museum, which opens this weekend. Come see the only professionally created haunt in the Wenatchee Valley, complete with some of the best jump scares and amazing special effects scenes that rival the likes of Hollywood. Music Theater of Wenatchee presents The Addams Family, happening now through Saturday at the Riverside Playhouse. This show has family values and messages of trust and honesty, where love always wins out in the end. The script and song lyrics are packed with humor, and this show is a solid audience favorite all around the world. Chelan chases this Saturday from 10 a.m. to noon at Riverwalk Park. This is a 5K run walk organized by Lake Chelan Rotary Club. Proceeds benefit Lake Chelan Community Hospital by providing mammogram screening and evaluation for uninsured or underinsured women with demonstrated financial need. Additionally, a portion of the proceeds go to Wellness Place, an outreach program of Confluence Health, which offers resources for all types of cancer patients and their families in North Central Washington, including wigs, nutritional supplements, supplies, transportation assistance, and support groups. Wells House Nooks and Crannies Tours takes place this Saturday and Sunday in the Wells House on the Wenatchee Valley College campus. Have you ever wondered what the rest of the Wells House looks like? Join an exclusive small group tour led every hour for up to 10 people. Pre-registration is required at WenatcheeValleyMuseum.org. And finally, God's Closet takes place this Sunday from 10 to 2 at the Valley View Seventh-day Adventist Church in East Wenatchee. God's Closet is a nonprofit organization that offers free children's clothes of all sizes to parents of of young children. Pay a $1 entrance fee, then shop for free. For more information on this weekend's events and others, visit the community calendar at ncwlife.com.
You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's feature story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Stay with us.
With 15,000 square feet to explore, you'll find something special at the Antique Mall at Cashmere. For the do-it-yourselfers and those with a keen eye for making something old, fresh and new again, the Antique Mall at Cashmere is the place to come find your next project. From the coin enthusiasts to avid collectors, Antique Mall at Cashmere has treasures in every corner. Come find your treasure today. Antique Mall at Cashmere's friendly staff is here to help. Stop on by today.
Family roles change with time. You may find yourself being an unpaid caregiver to a loved one. Caregiving can be rewarding, but also stressful. Taking care of yourself is vital. Aging and Adult Care of Central Washington has low or no cost services for unpaid caregivers, such as in-home support, care supplies, and counseling. Connect in your local area by calling Aging and Adult Care at 800-572-4459 and mention you're interested in caregiver support.
At some point, we realized that value and practicality go hand in hand. A time when an unnoticed accumulation of items has become burdensome. These possessions still have value, but now lack usefulness. Donate your unwanted items to Goodwill and become a job creator. Your donations allow Goodwill to provide much-needed training to job seekers in our community, and that's pretty useful for everyone. Be a job creator. Donate. Goodwill. There's more behind the store.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. Time now for our weekly Kennel Cameos feature from the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society. Tonight, NCWLIFE's Megan McPherson introduces us to Precious the cat.
Hey guys, Megan here with the NCWLIFE channel. We're here with Leticia, the clinic program coordinator of the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society, and this week we are looking at Precious. Can you tell us about Precious?
Sure. Precious is a 4-year-old little girl. Her owners did unfortunately pass away. She's left here. She is declawed and she loves being in a room with other cats. She's really shy. So if she did have another cat, probably be best just to get her out of her shell a little bit. Like I said, she is declawed, so she does need to be indoors only. When they're declawed, they don't do good outdoors. So if you're looking for a cat that you want in your house that won't ruin your furniture, she's your girl. She would prefer a home that's pretty quiet. Like I said, because she is shy, a quiet home would be best for her. Right now she's a little nervous because all of the scary noises that are around her, but she does come around. She's really sweet.
Yeah. And if someone's interested in adopting her, what should they do?
If someone's interested in adopting her, they can come down, they could meet her. Her adoption fee is $65, and just paperwork. That's all you need to do to have her in your home.
The Wenatchee Valley Humane Society is located at 1474 South Wenatchee Avenue and is open Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturday and Sunday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Give them a call at 509-662-9577 or visit their website at wenatcheehumane.org. This has been Kennel Cameos at the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society.
Time now for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast. And as we always do, let's take a look first outside our weather window. And this was our scene this afternoon. What a beautiful, dramatic, just gorgeous shot of the Wenatchee Valley this afternoon. This is from our Omi Garden Sky-Fi Tower camera. You can see Wenatchee and East Wenatchee and those clouds out there. There were a lot of them out throughout most of North Central Washington. A few light sprinkles in some places, but the clouds are now thickening up and we do have a really good chance for some some precipitation as we get in tonight, and we'll get into all that information because there's a lot to get to, and we have more storm systems moving in this weekend and next week as well, so we'll get to all of that in a second. But first, today, unofficially, high temperature, a lot warmer than we've seen the last couple of days. 58 unofficially, 60 is our normal high temperature now, so pretty much in the ballpark as far as temperatures go today. 44 is where we started our day. 40 is our normal low temperature. Record high, we have to go back a ways to 1960, 77 beautiful degrees on October 17th. Not too shabby. 28 our overnight record low, and that was set back in 1984. We have picked up 1/10 of an inch of new precipitation the past 24 hours. That now gets our yearly total to date up to 6.03 inches. Sunrise this morning was at 7:22, and the sun will set tonight at 6:09. Let's take a peek at how your Friday shapes up. I know a lot of you have plans this weekend. Of course, big football game tomorrow night. Wenatchee hosting Davis. Temperature-wise, it really won't be bad. A lot like today. 59 Moses Lake and Ephrata, 58 for Quincy, 55. So just a touch cooler tomorrow in Wenatchee, 53 in Leavenworth, 55 in Entiat, and also 55 degrees up in Omak for your Friday. The thing is, it will get wet, but not until late in the day on Friday. For tonight, as we look at our surface loop, we will get wet as well. We have cloudy skies in the forecast, a 70% chance of some rainfall, west breezes as well. Look at the lines of isobaric pressure. They're pretty much west to east right through Washington State, and here's all of that shower activity. As we get into Friday, not so much rainfall during the day, but as we get into the evening hours, especially late night, yeah, lots of rain, especially down in the southwest corner right here, Portland into Vancouver and parts of southwest Washington could see between 1 inch and 3 inches of rain. As we get into your weekend, it's going to be a wet start on Saturday, an 80% chance of rain, then mostly cloudy by afternoon and breezy, but you can see in the morning hours a large area of rain shower activity, and that will mean a wet Sunday too. Mostly cloudy skies, a 40% chance of rain. See just a little bit of a trough right here under Washington State for Sunday, and that'll allow some cooler air to rush in, so don't expect temperatures to get all that warm on either Saturday or Sunday. The good news is, even though we'll see a little bit of rain shower activity Monday, a little bit of a ridge now building up and over the Pacific Northwest, so that means some warmer temperatures as we get into Monday. We're talking upper 50s or so, and maybe even 60 degrees on Tuesday, but once again, a 50% chance for rain as that warm front moves through. And look at this cell right there. That is very heavy rain that we expect in places on Tuesday. We'll talk more about that when we get together again tomorrow. And then Wednesday, mostly sunny skies, just isolated showers, high pressure back in control, and it looks like things will stabilize as we get into the middle of next week. Let's take a look now at your quick lube and tune 7-day forecast. Tonight we will drop down to a mild 44 degrees. As we get into Friday, partly cloudy for most of the day, increasing clouds then, and then a 70% chance for mainly late night showers. We're talking 10 to 11 o'clock, and after that into our early morning hours. 58 the high for Friday, cooling down on Saturday, and 56, a very good chance for morning showers, turning partly cloudy in the afternoon. 55 for your Sunday weather, a little bit cooler, a 50% chance for rain on Monday, and 54, and then we'll warm up Tuesday and Wednesday, but watch out Tuesday. We could see some heavy rainfall at times. 57 then, and 59 your high temperature on Wednesday. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Travel enhances your life in every way. Let the travel professionals at Journey Travel and Tours help you plan that dream vacation. Don't leave the important details to those nameless, faceless online agencies. At Journey Travel and Tours, our goal is to build relationships that last a lifetime. And when you do need help, we have a 24-hour helpline that is routed to one of the agents in our office. When you think travel, think Journey Travel and Tours. It's where your journey begins. Like us on Facebook, and you could be one of our monthly winners.
Arctic Refrigeration and Heating, serving North Central Washington, is proud to offer the finest heating and cooling air quality products along with prompt and professional customer service since 1984. Regardless of the temperature outside, Arctic is here for you. Arctic offers a variety of services: residential and commercial heating, air conditioning, commercial refrigeration, as well as planned fall and spring maintenance for the overall well-being of your system. Call Arctic Refrigeration and Heating for your heating and cooling needs.
dealership in Wenatchee has Motor Trend's SUV of the Year and Truck of the Year. That's right, Town Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram has the all-new Jeep Wrangler and the all-new Ram 1500 pickup. Or get the best of both worlds in the new Jeep Gladiator. Visit Town Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram today for more information on these award winners and see why there's no reason to leave town to buy your next vehicle.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel.
And a happy Thursday to you. This is the part of the high school football season where the rubber meets the road. Eastmont Wildcats have their toughest test so far Friday when they travel to Sunnyside to take on the Grizzlies. Eastmont, Wenatchee, and Sunnyside all undefeated in Big 9 play so far as the Wildcats look to repeat as league champs. For Eastmont coach Michael Don, part of this week's preparation has been repairing a few problems in the kicking game. Eastmont had some issues on the PATs last week against Davis.
We had some guys that we got into some spots and we were over sliding on the inside, and then our outside guys weren't able to protect the inside and they came through. Kicker still probably should have hit it through, but he got rattled by seeing bodies and hands and missed a few, and that's uncommon because he hadn't missed one yet this year. But you know, it is what it is. We'll get it fixed this week.
Sunnyside comes in with the Big Nine's top passer in sophomore quarterback Logan Rodriguez. The 5'11", 160-pounder has completed 120 of 190 passes for 1,565 yards, 15 touchdowns, and 7 interceptions. He's a sophomore. Coach Don says he has a full complement of people around him.
He puts a lot of faith in his playmakers. Smart kid, does a good job making decisions. They're running a lot of RPOs in their offense, so it's not necessarily drop back passing. It's look at the defense. Are they trying to stop the run? No. Okay, I've got a one-on-one with one of my two really good receivers that I like, and he'll throw it to him. And he's not afraid to just throw it up in the air and let those guys go up and get it either.
For senior quarterback, that's cornerback Oscar Calvillo, it's been a week of preparing for a serious passing attack.
They like to throw the ball, and their two main routes are slants and verts. So.
Okay, so as a cornerback, what's your defensive scheme? What are you looking for, and what is your technique?
I look for what the receiver likes to do off the ball. So like if he's like once the ball's hiked, do I check if they're dancing or not? And then this week I'm pressing. Usually I'm off, but I got to work on that.
Okay. All right. The big pressure, and I mean they got some pretty good receivers.
Yeah, they do. Mikey Rivera and the Sanchez kid, probably two of the best receivers in our league.
Eastmont on the road at Sunnyside tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Meanwhile, here on the NCWLIFE channel, our Friday Night Lights featured the game the Wenatchee Panthers are hosting the Davis Pirates. It will mark the return of tight end Riley Coons, who's been out for 3 weeks with a knee injury. He says getting back has been both physical and mental.
Yesterday and the day before that were pretty mental. I'm just kind of getting used to cutting off it again. But today I didn't even notice it today at all. So I feel great now.
Being on the sidelines for the last few weeks and watching practice and also watching the games, what has that allowed you to see maybe that you wouldn't have otherwise?
Well, I mean, it really shows just how and guys step up. And I mean, Josh Bouchon and Cam Lloyd-Hammer, they both came and played great tight end reps. They played great. You notice how schemes work. I mean, when you're in a game and they call a play, you're saying, okay, this is my job, this is my assignment. I'm going to do my job. I'm going to do my assignment. When you're on the sideline, you look at it from more analytical view, like, okay, it's like 3rd and 3. And in the game, you know it too, but it's really even more so on the sideline. You see the personnel they have, and okay, we're in a 4-3 and a 4-4 front. They're going to blitz. We're going to hit a hot route. We're going to run power like Nate's rolling. So you really understand more when you're in the field, you're just playing. You kind of have it, but you're really just playing. And so when you're on the sideline, you kind of take that from a coach's point of view, and you really kind of dial into what the team is doing.
Coons will help shore up the offensive line besides catching a few passes. Offensive line coach Dave Jagla says they've been working to improve this week after Wenatchee's lowest rushing output in a 15-10 win over West Valley.
Each guy has a job, and I expect them to do their job, and they have a progression of things they got to get done every play, whether it's their first step or their head leverage or where to place their hands or keep feet moving or finish their blocks. And every week is something new, and we just got to improve. We really preach it every week that, you do your job, the team will ride your shoulders. If we don't do our job, maybe like last week, then we got to do something different.
Well, it's been some spectacular spectacular running so far this year with Nate back there. And what does he bring, and what does he help you? I don't know if he makes you look better. I mean, the offensive line has to make the blocks for him to have the holes, but, man, he's slippery.
Nate makes us look better. Yeah, it's obvious on film. He does stuff that running backs don't do. You know, we've had a couple here in my 20 years, and he's one of the best.
We'll be at Lee Bofto Field at the Apple Bowl tomorrow night for the play-by-play, beginning with the pregame at 6:45 right here on the NCWLIFE channel. Coming up on the prep sports schedule for today, girls soccer. Manson travels to Bridgeport. Omak hosts Cascade. Kashmir has a home game this afternoon against Okanagan. Then tonight, it's Quincy at Sela in the CWAC. Girls volleyball courts tonight, going to be busy. Waterville Mansfield hosts Soap Lake. Orville's in Manson. Bridgeport hosting Etiat. Omak travels to Cascade. Kashmir takes on Okanagan. At 7 o'clock, Battle of the Basin volleyball style, Quincy at Ephrata, while Eastmont hosts Cross River rival Wenatchee. CWAC cross country, a couple of cross country meets earlier today. Grandview and Prosser at Ephrata, while Wapato hosts Quincy and Othello. And in the pool, Eastmont having to come over to Wenatchee to swim in their pool against Moses Lake because theirs is under construction. Well, the weather looks good for Game 4 of the American League Championship Series today in New York, and the Yankees will host Houston on FS1. The game underway after the rainout yesterday. Yankee fans are all a tither because Masahiro Tanaka will pitch on full rest against the Astros' Zach Greinke. Oh, by the way, tonight's hockey night here on the NCWLIFE channel will feature the Wenatchee Wild and West Kelowna Warriors from a game at the Town Toyota Center last weekend. Art Checker with your play-by-play. The game starts at 7 here on your TV home for the Wild, the NCWLIFE channel. That's sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom. Grant, back to you.
Eric, thank you. And finally tonight, our Throwback Thursday item is from the book Images of America, Wenatchee. In 1898, a hobo got off the train at Wenatchee and liked what he saw. He liked it so much he built himself a shack on the shoreline of the Columbia River. The squatting grew into a 60-acre settlement known as Shacktown. This view of Wharf Street in 1933 shows some of the structures that persisted until the mayor directed the police and fire department to demolish it on June 14th, 1945. Now let's check in with Eric Granstrom for a look at what's coming up tomorrow morning on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Eric?
Well, Dan Kuntz will hopefully be back and ready to go. If not, I'll be here for a Friday edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. We're about a week away from Make a Difference Day, and we'll get a preview of some of the busy plans for Make a Difference Day coming up on a Friday edition. We'll also get you ready for your weekend as far as the weather, get you your latest local news, and a rundown of sports, including a big night on Friday night for local Big Nine football teams. That's all coming up on a Friday edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Grant?
Thank you very much, Eric. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for joining us, and have a great night.
The NCWLIFE channel is your home for local news, local weather, and events including live local high school sports. Watch inspiring local shows featuring local people. Don't miss Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Let's learn. Guada TV. Street Talk and Other Stuff. The 12th District. Life with Lisa. And the Arbiter of Stoke. NCWLIFE channel is your local TV station.
Coming home should never be a chore. Let Merry Maids of Wenatchee customize all your cleaning needs. Weekly, bi-weekly, special occasion. Do you have a vacation home that needs cleaning? We clean them too. Locally owned and operated, let Merry Maids do the cleaning while you focus on your family and friends. Merry Maids has special offers to fit your budget. Request your free cleaning estimate today. 509-663-1710.
Hey there, Wenatchee. I'm Sean Lee, and I'm inviting you to check out the NCW Movie Guide to keep up on what movies are playing in our town.